It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Cyber to kick off for Cleveland.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Returning it, Justice Hill. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success, and that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 40.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
4th down, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Austin Seibert to kick off 4th.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
21, Mark Ingram.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He's across
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
That's on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
Mayfield's pass.
Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9 from the 44. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield off the play fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Room here to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy. He's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. Because I believe in you guys.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Mayfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
Incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked up by Patrick Queen. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, 38 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Extra point.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
Mayfield's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. Play fake. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
Lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jackson got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
The kick is good.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Jarvis Landry. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Browns.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again.
Mayfield's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
The 50-yard line.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6.
Mayfield's pass.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Seibert now to kick this thing away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And some room to work. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Number 80,
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ingram again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
From the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was brought down by Earl Thomas. A 6-yard pickup brings up
now Mayfield
at the 32-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's Now 4th down.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Mayfield.
2nd and 5.
And he completes it to Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it.
There goes Mark Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry. I'd stay with him.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown.
That's what I want to see.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.